Look at my old pay stub, y'all. I was literally making $8 an hour, and I thought that shit was so cool. I was getting paid $100 a week, y'all. This is how you work like a dummy. This is how you work like a dummy. Right here. Here's the thing, y'all. I used to work for $8 an hour, and at that time, y'all, I was working. Like, I was working, but I was clocking in for somebody else's dream. I was begging for overtime just to make ends meet. I was doing all this extra stuff just to be a good worker. You know what I'm saying? Now I run my own digital business. 6 figures later, I finally understand what that freedom looked like, what it feels like, right? And I'm gonna tell you exactly how I got here, because it really didn't start with money like everybody think. It started with mindset, y'all. Definitely the mindset. Mind y'all, I be going through stuff, but I don't have no crazy rags to riches story. Like, I wasn't homeless. I wasn't, I never got my car repossessed, and I wasn't, all that crazy stuff, but I still have a real story that it just make you realize some stuff, right? I was getting paid $8 an hour. I was working myself to the bone, okay? No time, no peace, no freedom. None of that. And like, the crazy part is, I thought it was normal at first. At first I'm like, well, yeah, I get up in the morning, I go to work, I work at this job, I spend 8 hours, 9 hours at this job, I go to sleep, I do it all over again, right? And then I realized, as I'm starting to get older and I'm getting tired of this cycle, and just being more aware, is that millionaires don't trade time for money. How can I say I want to be a millionaire and I'm giving up all my time to somebody else's dream? How can I be a millionaire? How can I be a millionaire with $109 a week? How can I be a millionaire? That don't make sense. Millionaires don't trade time for money, right? They build systems, they build brands, they build freedom. You get what I'm saying? They do that type of stuff. So trading time for money had me feel stuck. Like, every hour felt like survival mode. Like, I'm showing up early, staying up late, heck, hoping for an extra $50 on my check. I'd be exhausted and still broke. And you know what broke me? Realizing that no matter how hard I worked, I would never get ahead. It wasn't because I wasn't just underpaid, I was undervalued, right? I'm continuously building somebody else's dream while mine sat on the back burner, and I knew if I didn't change this, nothing around me would change. Like, it's just that simple. It's the mindset shift that's going to change everything for you and your life, right? Same thing that happened with me. It wasn't money that changed my life. It couldn't have been money if I was only making $100. It was the mindset to get to, the money, right? I literally had to stop thinking like an employee and started thinking like a brand. If I wanted to be this person, this millionaire, I have to think like that, right? I have to get started. And millionaires is not thinking like this. You get what I'm saying? Now, the real ones, the people who get it. The people who don't, you just won't, right? But I had to stop thinking like an employee and start thinking, like I said, like a brand, okay? I had to ask myself, like, what do I know that can help somebody else? What can I do with my life? How can I even package like my story, my skills, my experience? How can I make money from this type of stuff, right? And now, as I'm growing and developing, y'all done had lash business, I done had a graphic design business, I done had so many businesses where I was helping people and being of service, which that's a good point too, always be of service. But I was doing that type of stuff, and now I'm at a point where it's like, what if I learn how to use content to create cash flow? Because y'all, everybody is indulgent in content, right? So what if I could use content to turn it into cash flow? And that's literally when everything changed for me, when I noticed this digital space and this online business of literally using your phone. Like, even if you don't have nothing, using the things that you do have, which is like your phone, your Wi-Fi, your knowledge, to bundle something together and sell it. Listen, I built my first product from what I knew. Like, I didn't start with a large course. I didn't start with a lot of followers like y'all see now. I started with one product. It was one thing I knew I could teach. It was a story I knew somebody needed. I made an ebook, okay? After my ebook, I had expanded to a course. And then now I have course communities myself that help other people, But each one of those opened up a new door. Like, each one showed me this is how wealthy people move. They have products, they build systems, they invest their money in certain things to get them a return. You get what I'm saying? They get paid for what they know, not just what they do. Like, if you just get paid for what you do all the time, you're gonna keep doing. And when you always keep doing, it's gonna put a physical strain on your body to where you feel like you're overworking. I don't want to be booked and busy, y'all. I want to be booked and paid. I want to enjoy life. I want to do the things that I know that I set out to do, and I can't do that working like that. You get what I'm saying? That version of me that had made $8 an hour didn't lack ambition. You get what I'm saying? Like, she didn't lack ambition. She lacked access. She lacked strategy. She lacked that her belief of her life could be different. That's the only thing. That's why I said it comes with that mindset. And honestly though, it's okay, you know, because the truth is there's nothing wrong with starting small, y'all. There's something wrong with staying small. Like, we all start small, but staying there, I don't want to do it. So if you feel like right now, like, damn, I'm broke. You're not broke. You're not broke. You're literally one decision away from building something bigger. And it all starts with asking yourself, what do I know? What do I love? And who needs to hear this? Period. That's it, right? It could be that simple. So y'all, it's just, it's all starts with mindset. Like, literally the mindset, and then not only the mindset, but the action. Like, you have to have the mindset, right? But once you get into that mind, you have to actually have the willingness to take action to even do the stuff that you said you want to do. Or you're just going to be sitting there with this thought. You're going to be sitting there with this thought, right? And it's going to drive you crazy because you know you meant for more, right? So listen, I went from $8 an hour to 6 figures now, not because I had a special blueprint at first, but because I became the kind of woman who was ready to build one. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to encourage y'all, like, get started, right? So if you somebody who ready to stop trading time for money and start building things off of things you know, maybe create that digital product business, that drop shipping business, start that content, like, you know what I'm saying? And invest in systems that actually pay you back. Because listen, we all got phones, right? We all got phones. We got, you know, some of us may have iPads, computers, whatever it is. You could literally leverage the stuff that you have even when you have nothing. You have a brain, you have the internet, you have a phone, you have Wi-Fi. Use it. Use it. You start betting on yourself and change your mindset around the things that you want to do. If y'all need any help, literally just tap the link. I'm gonna link it below. Tap the link in my description to join my content creator community, because y'all, we not really clocking in no more. Like, we cashing out. We getting paid from our skills. We doing what we love, and we're keeping our mindset fresh. We're getting around people who want to do the same thing that we want to do, all right? So I'm gonna link that in the description. Let me know y'all thoughts on this video in the comments. This is my new channel, so I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead and subscribe to this channel. This is gonna be a channel all things business, digital products, all stuff like that, motivation, all that crazy stuff, you know, just talking to y'all, getting y'all ear, teaching y'all what's up, all right? I would love to have y'all. I will see y'all in the next video. Goodbye.